Hello. Today I want to talk about protein and hormones, why women over 40 need more than they think, maybe more than you're getting, and why protein is such a hot topic right now for women. So, I'm Dr. Erin Foley, functional medicine practitioner, board certified health coach, chiropractor, speaker, and author, and I help women stop the hormone guessing game. And I'm your natural hormone balancing detective. So today I'm going to share why protein is such a hormone powerhouse, how much you really need, and the exact ways you can get yours and how I get mine every single day to maintain my weight, energy, mood, hormone balance, even through life's ups and downs. So let's talk a little bit about protein. It's not just about muscles. Or muscle building, but your body needs the amino acids from the protein to make your hormones. It is part of your lean muscle mass, and you need that. And I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But protein, these amino acids are raw building materials for your body needs to produce things like estrogen, progesterone, thyroid hormones, and even neurotransmitters in your brain that affect your mood. So, why is this such a hot topic? I see this all the time when I work with women one-on-one as patients and clients in generally in one-to-one scenarios, hormone testing, hormone coaching. I find that women are not getting enough protein by looking at their food diaries. They do not know how much protein they're getting, and they don't realize a lot of women are not eating enough food, enough calories, and enough protein. They have issues with their energy, their sleep, their mood, and their weight. So here's the thing. Let's talk about protein plays a huge role in stabilizing your blood sugar. Every time you eat, you're going to eat generally proteins, fats, carbs, and sugars, and your blood sugar will rise. And if you're just eating too many carbs and sugars without enough protein and fat to anchor it, it will put it'll make your blood sugar go unstable. It can swing. You can crash. You can have tiredness. You can have weight gain, and you can have sleep issues. It can affect your cortisol, and it can affect your estrogen and your progesterone. So, protein helps you maintain your lean muscle mass, which helps your metabolism because that's how you burn your calories. Um, the more lean body muscle mass that you have, the more calories you burn, and that's how you can maintain a healthy weight. And it keeps you full and with fewer sugar cravings and carb cravings. So when I work with women about this and we get them up to a good level of protein, they feel better, they have more steady energy, they're sleeping better, and they start to lose weight. All right, so your protein needs can increase as you age. When you're in your 30s and 40s, you may naturally lose some muscle mass. And at perimenopause and menopause, we start to lose our estrogen, and that can also affect our bone density. Now, that's a whole other thing. But when you have bone density and lean body mass, it's like we need to work out and do weight training and do exercise as women, especially as we get older. But what happens if you're injured? What if you can't? I mean, I had a car accident earlier this year, and I really couldn't actually exercise for several months. And so this is why protein is non-negotiable for women over 40 if you're trying to lose weight, maintain weight, recover from injury, or just to keep your hormones happy. Um, all right, so how much are we talking? There's a couple formulas that I use, and a general rule can be either zero point 0.8 grams of protein per pound of your ideal body weight. So say maybe you weigh 170 and you'd like to be 140, you would take 140 times zero point 0.8. Okay, if you're ideal, so you're looking about 110 to 140 grams of protein per day. I usually don't have women on that much protein. You don't want to be on too much either. Another another calculation is you take your body weight, divide it by 2.2, and you get kilograms. And then you can multiply it by 1.2 if you're sedentary, or you can multiply it by 2 if you're active. Most women I work with usually come in around 80 to 120, and I usually put women around 80 to 100 because here's the thing. They're usually not even getting that much. They're not even getting 80. For some women I work with, 80 is a stretch. Maybe they're getting 50. So the trick is that you get your number and say your number is 90. Don't eat it all at once. You want to have it, say, 3 to 4 times a day, depending on how many times you eat. I don't think most people need to be eating 6 or 8 times a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe a snack, if you're eating the right macros. If you're eating protein, fat, and carbs in a good balance for your biochemistry and your metabolic health, you should be able to go 3 to 4 hours without eating. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Spread it evenly throughout the day. So if you have, say, 90 grams of protein, 30, 30, and 30. So here's what it looks like for me. Protein shake for breakfast with about 25 grams of protein. Um, I also like eggs and I can do breakfast sausage, but I usually don't have time to cook. So I do a breakfast protein shake. Lunch can be, I mean, there's so many choices, but usually it could be like chicken, avocado, veggies, cheeses, nuts, hard-boiled eggs. Dinner can be salmon and roasted veggies. There's so many combinations. Just make sure that you're getting that protein at each of those meals. Let's see, a great snack can be, and snacks can be some Greek yogurt, hard-boiled eggs, nuts, cheeses. It depends on, what maybe you're not tolerant to dairy, that type of thing. Just find the things that you can work with. Okay, so I usually start my day with a Shaklee Life Shake, which is, they have a new version, which is low carb. It's rich in leucine. It's a key amino acid for building and maintaining muscle mass. So it helps metabolism and control cravings. And then I just eat protein, healthy fats, and healthy carbs. So this is a little bit about what to look for. I do work with food diaries with women. I work with food tracking. I mean, there's all sorts of, I use my Fitness Pal or Carb Manager, um, Chronometer. There's so many out there, but this is how you learn how much are you getting. You may want to get a food scale. And this isn't about becoming obsessive or about your food. It's really about knowledge and having this as an educational tool. So take a food scale, say you're having chicken for lunch, put it in the food scale. How much is 2 ounces? How much is 4 ounces? If you need 2 ounces of chicken for lunch or 2 ounces of some protein, then you can feed it into the food tracker and you can figure out how much protein is that. So an egg, like one egg is usually 6 to 7 grams of protein. So that's a good way to start looking at, and then you start looking at that with your mind of like, oh, okay, I don't have to weigh my food all the time. It's just really about knowing, and now you know the serving size. Okay, so mistakes to avoid. Let's talk about mistakes I see women make all the time. Skipping protein at breakfast sets you up for a blood sugar crash and cravings later. I've been working with a lot of new women lately with their food diaries, and a common thing lately has been a banana for breakfast. Well, if they have any kind of blood sugar issues that are showing up on their testing, prediabetes, insulin resistance, or even diabetes, that's the wrong thing to eat. And they didn't even know it. So now it's like, okay, let's switch that banana for some berries. Maybe that's 10 grams of carbs, and you can have some protein, have 20 to 30 grams of protein for breakfast. They're already feeling better. They have better energy, and those cravings for sugar later are going away. Um, Another mistake women will make is not parceling out your protein through the day. So maybe having all of it at one meal. You want to have it regular, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And also, one other mistake is relying on processed. Now, I do a protein shake and I look at quality, I look at ingredients. It's very important, but not all protein shakes are created equal and not all are very healthy. You can also have processed snacks and bars. A lot of these protein bars are not very healthy. So just read ingredients and just know like what can be convenient but whole foods are always the win for the best source of nutrients for you. So, if this is hitting home and you're realizing you might not be getting enough protein, there's good news. You can start improving this today. First of all, you can track it yourself. You can be your own hormone detective. You can check it out. You can get an app for food tracking and start measuring and tracking your food and get an idea. What are you doing every day? Are you doing the same amount of protein every day, or are you all over the place and doing different amounts of protein? And also, the next key to this is connecting what you eat to how you feel, which means that if you're hungry an hour after eating your breakfast, you probably didn't have enough protein or too many carbs. So, all right, if you want help creating a nutrition plan that supports your hormones, metabolism, and weight, I have a couple things. I mean, I have my Vibrant Healthy Reset, which is a 5-week coaching program, helps you get back to the basics, or I have my hormone reset programs, which are testing or coaching. So I have all sorts of things that can help you. I have links up in my description up top to book a free discovery call or go to my website, vibranthealthywoman.com. And remember, protein isn't just for high-powered athletes, it's for every woman who wants steady energy, balanced hormones, maintaining your weight to lose weight, and have a strong, healthy body for years to come. All right, so if you got some benefit from this, if you liked what I was talking about, please like, subscribe, or share this with a woman you know who might need to hear this. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.